Hello everyone, this is MJ and you are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. Today, you bet it's another Tuesday. It's Tag Tuesday and I am resurrecting a little bit of an older tag. Stay tuned. And as always, before we get started, remember, smash the like button. I can see who's watching and I can see how many thumbs up there are on my videos, so I'm taking notes. Make sure you do that for me, please. It really does help in the long run. And it's Tuesday. So what I did was, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a holiday tag because the holiday has passed. It is Boxing Day today, Monday, Christmas Monday, the day after the holiday, whatever you want to call it. And I just didn't feel like doing a holiday tag, so I just searched Booktube tags on YouTube, and I found a great one. So let's resurrect it. This was an original tag created by the wonderful channel of Book Olive. She is an OG of Booktube, and if you don't follow her, like everybody follows a Book Olive, follow her. And she created the Under the Influence of Booktube tag, which I thought was perfect because people like to imbibe during the holidays, maybe a little too much. And you know, I do feel the influence of Booktube. So I thought this could be really fun. So let's give a go at it. I did not really review the questions. I did not prepare answers. So we are just going from the fly. All right. Ooh, there are 10 prompts. Prompt number 1. What's a fantastic book you read of the recommendation of another booktuber? I would have to say the book Shane. Let me grab it. Shane by Jack Schaefer is absolutely a fantastic, fantastic novel. This was the first Western I've ever read and probably the best Western that I've read so far. And yeah, it was all because of someone else's reviews on Booktube for June on the Range. So absolutely, this was a 5-star read for me. Next. Oh, and oppositely, part B of question number 1. What's a book you were talked out of reading because of a booktuber's review? Ooh. I don't know if I've ever been talked out of one. I'm going to say, possibly, I'm going to say Go Ask Alice by Anonymous. And here's why. I had it listed as a book I was reading. Someone left me a comment, another booktuber, saying things about the book that as I was reading the book, that comment stayed in my head. And I said, that person is absolutely correct. And I DNF'd it. And I DNF'd it for my own personal reasons, as well as what this other person said. So I would say Go Ask Alice. That definitely was not a good read. And that booktuber kind of did plant the seed for me to DNF it. Okay. Question number 2. Has Booktube opened your mind or changed your mind about any genre? Yes. About a lot of genres. Ooh, sorry. I would say Westerns. I would say trash. Westerns, number 1. If you asked me honestly a year and a half ago that I would be reading and enjoying Western books, Western genre books, I would have said, you're nuts. But here I am, and I have like 10 long arm books, and I love Shane, and I'm gonna read Lonesome Dove in June. So yeah, definitely Western would, I think that would be like the number 1 that I would have never have believed you if you told me that a year ago. My uncle would be so proud of me right now. That's all he wrote were Westerns. Prompt number 3. How much time did you spend on YouTube before Booktube, and how much time do you spend on it now? So my YouTube story, when YouTube first came out, and I heard the news about it, I was like, what? That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. That's like, closed circuit television or whatever. And I actually laughed it off. I'm like, that's never going to amount to anything. It's not. Who wants to watch other people? That's crazy. Yeah, little did I know. I wish I was starting my channel way back then. And so I ignored it. And then I started seeing, I guess, YouTube really caught my attention when I was going to a makeup store. And next door to the makeup store is a craft store. And here comes this bus, right? Like we're talking like a rock band tour bus, just insane, decorated, all pink and purple and glitter and all this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, who is coming to town? Who's coming to the craft store? And here, I guess it was an influencer, a craft influencer that I guess was really hot at the time. And they put her on a tour, and she did a tour of all these different craft stores, and people, massive, massive amounts of people were in line to see this person. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't know anything about this. And they're like, oh, it's on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, okay. And in 2018 on Halloween, I had to undergo a surgery. Just a quick thing, but I was going to be laid up for the rest of the day, whatever. And I remember I couldn't find anything on TV, and I was watching, movies or whatever on my laptop. And I said, you know what? I'm going to check out YouTube and see what's on. And I fell in love with fashion and makeup channels, and I was just like gorging on them. Like it was just amazing. And then a Booktube channel crawled across my screen, and I was like, well, that's interesting. I like books and I like reading. I didn't know this was a thing. And then I followed one Booktuber, then I followed another Booktuber, and then I followed another. And I was like, 2 years later, I'm like, I could do that. I think I could do that. I'm nice. I think I have a personality. I think I can make people smile. Like that's all I want to do. And I want to talk about books. I have nobody to talk about books with. So that pretty much is my journey. And the first channel was Ruby Granger. Just loved seeing her. The Book Leo. And I think with Cindy was just insane, and I had to watch more. I just had to. So those were like the three that I kind of like got me into Booktube. But Ruby Granger really like just she ticked all the boxes for me. I just loved it, and I still follow her on Goodreads. Her channel's amazing. Okay, so and how much time did I spend back then? A lot. I was probably watching YouTube more than regular television. I'm probably doing the same now, but I'm not watching as much because reading and creating take up a whole bunch of time, and then editing and all that. So I try and limit myself to maybe 2 hours a day, maybe, usually during lunch, usually first thing in the morning. I'll always browse. I'll always see what people are posting, what people have created. But yeah, here and there, randomly, I'll check out things, but I'd say like an hour to 2 hours a day. That's not bad, is it? I don't think so. Supporting your friends. Supporting your friends, right? Okay. Question number 4. How many books did you read per month or per year before Booktube, and how many do you read now? Okay, so this year... Ooh, let's see if I can pull up my Goodreads. This year, I read 75. So I think the most I've ever read, I don't know. We can go back on Goodreads, right? All right, 21 was 52. 20, I only read 32. 2019, I only read 32. 2018, I read 50. So going back in time... 15, 25, 30, 50. 2019, I only hit not even half of my goal. My goal was 75. I didn't even hit half. So I would say that yes, I am reading. This is the most that I've ever read, that I've counted. And I'm pretty sure it's the most I've ever read. 75 books for me, it's a lot because of fitness and full-time job and outside hobbies. So, yeah. And that's kind of awesome, really. Okay, so. Question number 5. Has Booktube affected your book buying habits? And if so, are you pleased or displeased by this? Well, it's a double-edged sword because I absolutely love shopping. I absolutely love shopping for pre-loved, vintage, used books. Man, if I was in the UK and we had those little charity shops, if we had charity shops here in the US like that, I'd be going to town. But we only have certain Goodwill stores and all that. But I love going on eBay and looking for good deals. Love it. I love thrift books. I love World of Books. I love all of that. So yes, Booktube has hugely influenced my book buying habits. And I am pleased with it. But right now I'm displeased because I'm on a book buying ban. I'm doing the read what you own challenge. And I can't buy any. So I can only accept gifts and gift cards and stuff like that, which is fine because it's forcing me to read what's on my shelves, but it's not as much fun. That's the only thing. Number 6. Has a review by a booktuber ever retroactively made you reconsider your stance on a book? No, I don't think so. No. Well, okay. No. No. Because my stance on that particular book would be in alignment with what was going on at that time. Now, if I was in a different frame of mind, or if I wanted to do a reread or give a DNF another chance, or to give a book another chance, House of Leaves, you know, I would be open to it and just give another review because I know other reviews. I know the stance that other people take, but I'm just speaking from my experience reading that book at that moment in time. Does that make sense? Okay. Number 7. Are there any videos you've been inspired to make after seeing another booktuber's videos? Have you ever felt inspired by another booktuber's style? Their video style, their book organization style, their personal style, anything. I do enjoy channels that are authentic. And what I mean by that is what you see is what you get. This is what you see if you met me on the street. Like, maybe not as cute, but I'm going to be the same person. I'm going to say hello. I'm going to be kind. You know, that's just me. And I really love channels that kind of do the same thing. And I love channels that have a little goofiness in them, that are a little funny. I really do enjoy that. I love channels that are just, you know, the channel is true to the nature of the person. They're not trying to keep up with the Joneses. They're not trying to meet everyone's else's expectations. They're just doing what they want to do and being true to themselves. And those are the channels that I love the most. And that's what I try to do. I try to create a channel that I would want to watch in my head. And I think I've done that. So yeah, that's it. But not stylistically or anything like that. There are some awesome channels out there. Ritual of Reading, Ritual of Reading. You're like cinematography goals. Like, her channel is amazing. Check it out down below. I will link it. If you're not watching her, you're completely missing out. But yeah, like, I wish I could do stuff like that, but I just don't have the time or energy or effort. I'm just here to sit. I'm just a girl talking to her phone, hoping that some book lover will watch her. Next. Where are we at? Oh, number 8. What are some pressures you feel on your reading life because of your channel? Zero. Maybe the only one is that I don't have enough time to read all the things I want to in a month. I don't keep a TBR. So like what I was supposed to read this month has totally gone by the wayside because of Christmas books and because of other things that may have caught my eye. I say what I said I was going to read in the beginning of the month, I'm like 50% on track, but 50% is just like, ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that? Ooh, what's that? And that's just how I roll. That's my style. I'm very ADHD when it comes to my reading. If something is not gripping me, I'm going to put it down and pick up something else. That's it. So that really is the only thing. It's self-induced pressure to finish a book so I can do a review on it. That kind of thing, really. Well, I will say, buddy reads can have pressure because you want to make sure that you're on track. You want to make sure that you're not ditching your buddy, so you won't leave them hanging. I'm kidding. You know I'm talking about you. Number 9. In what way, if any, do you feel the social element of the community has influenced your reading? Do you think about books differently since joining? That question is like 1,000%. So, part 1, the social element has just been awesome. I have read books that I would have never picked up because of the social element, because of group reads, because of buddy reads, because of people talking about different reading events, different marathons, different thons, all of these different things. I would have never done that if it weren't for Booktube. Ever. And the joy that I would have never agreed to read. I would have never agreed to read The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. It's not what I think I would enjoy, but because Jason Harrigan is such a kick-ass creator and I love his style and his old book collection that he got rid of, I'm like, yeah, I want to read along. I want to read this. So 1,000% yes. Booktube, I'm over here. Booktube, I blame for that. Happily, I blame Booktube for that. What do you think about books differently since joining? Yeah, same thing. I will be open to try different things because of Booktube, because of the social element, because of reaching out and saying, hey, if anybody wants to buddy up and read this book with me, leave me a comment down below. Or I was just talking to Talia today from Bandana Book Mom, and we're going to read Frankenstein at some point in 2023. And that just came up out of the blue. So it's those types of things. It's those types of communal aspects, the friendships. That's just amazing to me on Booktube. And one of the qualities why I keep coming back. I keep coming back for you guys. I keep coming back for my community of creators that I've gotten to know. I keep coming back for my subscribers and my viewers. And that's awesome. It's just awesome. Number 10. What impact do you hope your channel will have on the Booktube community and or aspiring booktubers? Well, I think that number 1, it's to show people that reading is fun. Reading is fun, man. And if you are a small booktuber, keep going and get advice and make the connections and listen to people who have been on Booktube for a while. Listen to their knowledge and their advice. Follow on trends. Ask questions. Reach out and meet people. I mean, we're all just a huge, big bunch of introverts in this ethos trying to find our way, and we're making connections along the way, which is just fantastic. Everybody in our community pretty much knows everybody, right? And it's pretty neat how it works. I mean, I don't know if the algorithm intended it that way, but I like the way that the algorithm worked because I've got a lot more friends this year than I had when I first started out. And I think it's incredible. I really, really do. And I'm having a heck of a fun time. And I love making people smile. I love being a champion of small booktube because that's how I started. And that's, I still think I'm a small booktuber because I don't have, the numbers and the hours and all that. I'm just putting up videos to make people smile and to engage with people about books and reading and all that kind of good stuff. So I hope that my channel leaves a legacy of positivity. I think that's kind of cool, huh? Okay. All right, and that is it. Okay, so, I see Steve Donahue was tagged in this original tag. Hi, Steve Donahue. I am going to tag a bunch of people. I'm going to tag people that have been with me on Booktube that haven't done this tag from like 4 years ago. I'm going to tag Pax Panic. I'm going to tag Greg at Another Bibliophile Reads. I'm going to tag Alan at Big Hard Books and Classics. I'm going to tag Brian at Bookish. I'm going to tag Flossie at the Grape Jelly Library. I'm going to tag Talia at Bandana Book Mom. I'm going to tag, who else? I'm going to tag Ollie at Criminale. I'm going to tag Michael K. Vaughn. If you've never done this, that'd be really cool. Who else? I'm going to tag Gareth at Book Songs and Other Magic. And Crystal at Fiber Artsy. There you go. Boy, I tagged a lot of people. All right, let's get this one resurrected. Let's get it moving. Let's get it going. That'd be kind of fun. Kind of like a cool end of the year type of tag, Booktube influence, under the influence, Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Okay, everyone, that is it here from me. I hope you are all doing well. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. And I will see you in my next video, whether it be sooner or later. So until next time, everyone, goodbye for now.